Kiba Jaya Jaya Vasande Arati Jaya Jaya Ke Baba ho Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Prabhupada, Gaur Primanand Dime Vishnupada Paramahamsa Pri Radhika Shadra Stotra Satya Sri Simad His Divine Grace Shiraboy Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Skandiliti Founder Charya Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki Namacharya Sri Haridas Thakur Ki Prim Se Gaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Radha Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrindaki Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhanaki Sri Vrindavan Maturadhamaki Sri Dwarka Dhamaki Sri Jagannath Puri Dhamaki Sri Navadip Mayapur Dhamaki Mayapur Chandraden Mandir ki Ganga Mai Jamarmai ki Tulsi Bhakti Devi ki Hare Nama Sankirtan ki Samaveta Bhakti Vrinda ki Transcendental Book Distribution ki Jai Shri Shivanitai ki Jai Shri Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Devi ki Jai Shri Krishna Balaram ki Jai Shri Giri Govardhan ki Jai Shri Sri Radha Madhava ki Jai Nitai Gaur Primanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru, to Sri Gauranga. All glories to Sri Prabhupada. Any cooking in our kitchen? Huh? 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 Any cooking in our kitchen? Who's cooking? Huh? Why are you in the kitchen now? Huh? You have no business being in the kitchen now. Why are you in the kitchen now? Prabhu, it's not time to be in the kitchen. Namaste Dada Sinhaya Namaste Narasimhaya जय नृसिंह भगवान की जय प्रहलाद महाराज की जय निताई गौर भक्ति मंदिर। भजहु रे मना Srinandana Bhaya Savanara Radhana Kirtana Marana Dhandana Adhase Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai, Shri Prabhupada ki Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki. So we continue to hear from the Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila, first chapter, which is entitled The Later Pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And we are reading text. Let's see here. Yes. This is the pastime of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu during Rath Yatra, composing or reciting different prayers, some of which rather, could not be understood by ordinary devotees. And one particular prayer that was understood by Sri Rupa Goswami, to which he composed a letter, a reply rather, and wrote a nice poem. So this is this particular pastime being related here. We will begin from text 82. Those who have can follow. That is Madhya Lila, chapter 1, the later pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. Text 82. I will read one line and then you can all repeat. Okay. Tomara charana mora braja pura ghare. Udaya karan kare adi tabe vancha pure. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. The gopis thought, "Dear Lord, if your lotus feet again come to our home in Vrindavan, our desires will be fulfilled." Purport. In his Anubhashya, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur comments, the gopis are purely engaged in the service of the Lord without motive. They are not captivated by the opulence of Krishna, nor by the understanding that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Naturally, the gopis were inclined to love Krishna, for he was an attractive young boy of Vrindavan village. Being village girls, they were not very much attracted to the field of Kurukshetra, where Krishna was present with elephants, horses, and royal dress. Indeed, they did not very much appreciate Krishna in that atmosphere. Krishna was not attracted by the opulence or personal beauty of the gopis, but by their pure devotional service. Similarly, the gopis were attracted to Krishna as a cowherd boy, not in sophisticated guise. Lord Krishna is inconceivably powerful. To understand him, great yogis and saintly persons give up all material engagements and meditate upon him. Similarly, those who are overly attracted to material enjoyment, to enhancement of material opulence, to family maintenance, or to liberation from the entanglements of this material world, take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But such activities and motivations are unknown to the gopis. They are not at all expert in executing such auspicious activities. Already transcendentally enlightened, they simply engage their purified senses in the service of the Lord in the remote village of Vrindavan. The gopis are not interested in dry speculation, in the arts, in music, or other conditions of material life. They are bereft of all understanding of material enjoyment and renunciation. Their only desire is to see Krishna return and enjoy spiritual, transcendental pastimes with them. The gopis want him simply to stay in Vrindavan so that they can render service unto him for his pleasure, for his pleasure. there is not even a tinge of personal sense gratification. So this is in reference to the residents of Vrindavan who had come to Kurukshetra Mm. and after many years of not meeting Krishna, had seen him in a different uh, dress. They had seen him in his royal dress as a king of Dwarka. And naturally, all the residents of Vrindavan, as nicely explained here, um, had difficulty relating to Krishna in that way because they were accustomed to dealing with him, exchanging with him uh, as a young cowherd boy of Vrindavan. So they are, uh, these are the prayers composed by Srila Rupa Goswami, expressing these sentiments. So we just continue here, verse 83. Bhagavatera sloka God Godhartha Vishada Karina Rupa Gosani Sloka Kaila Loka Bujaina. Translation. In one verse, Srila Rupa Goswami has explained the confidential meaning of the verses of Srimad Bhagavatam for the understanding of the general populace. Text 88, I'll just read the translation. The gopis continued, Dear Krishna, the fragrance of the mellows of your pastimes is spread throughout the forests of the glorious land of Vrindavan, which is surrounded by the sweetness of the district of Mathura. In the congenial atmosphere of that wonderful land, you may enjoy your pastimes with your flute dancing on your lips and surrounded by us, the gopis, whose hearts are always enchanted by unpredictable ecstatic emotions. So one line purport. Prabhupada explains this is a verse from the Lalita Madhava 1038, composed by Srila Rupa Goswami. Text 85. E Mata Mahaprabhu Deki Jagannath. E Mata Mahaprabhu Deki Jagannath. Subhadra Sahita Deke Vamsi Nahi Hate. Subhadra Sahita Deke Vamsi Nahi Hate. In this way, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw Jagannath, he saw that the Lord was with his sister Subhadra and was not holding a flute in his hand. Text 86. Tribanga Sundara Braje Brajendra Nandana. Tribanga Sundara Braje Brajendra Nandana. Kahun Pava Evam Cha Bade Anukshana. Kahun Pava Evam Cha Bade Anukshana. Translation. Absorbed in the ecstasy of the gopis, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wished to see Lord Jagannath in his original form as Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj, standing in Vrindavan and appearing very beautiful. His body curved in 3 places. His desire to see that form was always increasing. Radhika Unmada Yaiche Ud Uddhava darshane Udghurna pralapa taiche prabhur ratri dine. Just as Srimati Radharani talked inconsistently with a bumblebee in the presence of Uddhava, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his ecstasy talked crazily and inconsistently day and night. This is nicely and very elaborately described in the Antya Leela. This is just an introduction actually to these later pastimes. Actually, in the beginning, we were reading how Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami mentions that the later pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comprise those pastimes after taking sannyas. So those later pastimes are further divided into two divisions. One is from the age of 24 to 30, after Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taking sannyas. And during those 6 years, he traveled, as we know, extensively. That is known as the middle pastimes or Madhya Leela, or described in the Madhya Leela of the Chaitanya Charitamrita. And then the second portion of his later pastimes, which are longer, they go from the age of 30 to 48, 18 years, where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never left Jagannath Puri. And of those 18 years of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes in Jagannath Puri, the last 12 of those years, he never left his room, basically. Yeah. And this description that is being presented here, the comparison of Srimati Radharani, who was in total ecstatic emotion, speaking with a bumblebee in front of Uddhava. I mean, you can speak to a bumblebee if nobody's around. But if you speak to a bumblebee when somebody's around, they'll consider you crazy. But anyways, she was totally in ecstasy. And so this nice comparison is given that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in a similar manner, Ratre Dine, day and night, or night and day, he would in a similar manner simply be absorbed. Of course, we cannot imitate that. We cannot and should not imitate. Haribo is coming in time. These are Bengali translators. But okay, awesome. Okay, just a few more lines here. Oh, there's a short purport. I'll read the purport. I think that's the last. Yeah. So I'll read the translation again for those who just now came. Just as Srimati Radharani talked inconsistently with a bumblebee in the presence of Uddhava, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his ecstasy. Can you move this way so you can sit on the mat? Mats are there for. Yes. We have big mat now. Yeah. We have big mat, you're small guy. So just as Srimati Radharani inconsistently talked with a bumblebee in the presence of Uddhava, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his ecstasy talked crazily and inconsistently day and night. Purport. The Unmada. which means madness, is not ordinary madness. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu talked inconsistently, almost like a crazy fellow, he was in the transcendental ecstasy of love. In the highest transcendental ecstasy, there is a feeling of being enchanted in the presence of the enchanter. When the enchanter and the enchanted become separated, mohana, or bewilderment, occurs. When so bewildered due to separation, one becomes stunned, and at that time all the bodily symptoms of transcendental ecstasy are manifested. When they are present, one appears inconceivably crazy. This is called transcendental madness. Transcendental madness. In this state, there is imaginative discourse, and one experiences emotions like those of a madman. The madness of Srimati Radharani was explained to Krishna by Uddhava, who said, "My dear Krishna, because of extreme feeling of separation from you, Srimati Radharani is sometimes making her bed in the groves of the forest, sometimes rebuking a bluish cloud, and sometimes wandering about in the dense darkness of the forest. Thus she has become like a crazy woman." Okay, I'll finish with text number 8. One or two more. Dwadasa vatsara shesha aiche ganaila. Emata shesha lila tri vidane kaila. The last 12 years of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were passed in this transcendental craziness. Cannot imagine. Thus, he executed his last pastimes in 3 ways. Sannyasa kari 26 vatsara koila ye karma. Ananta apara tara ke janibe marma. For the 24 years after Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted the renounced order, whatever pastimes he executed were unlimited and unfathomable. Who can understand the purport of such pastimes? Udesha karite kari dig darshana. Mukhya lila kari sutra banana. Just to indicate those pastimes, I'm presenting a general survey of the chief pastimes in the form of a synopsis. So this will be explained from tomorrow, from text number 91. Since it is 8 o'clock, we will close here. Jai Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki Jai. Hare Krishna.